Yoga began as a spiritual practice in ancient India, centering on bridging the mind, body, and spirit into oneness with the divine. This meaningful practice has grown globally, with people of all faiths and belief systems finding nourishment in different variations, a powerful reminder of how we learn from one another. When we say Namaste, we connect with siblings across the world. Breathing is the heart of yoga, and breath itself is a physical way to receive and release. As we reflect on the ways compassion makes us release, accept, and welcome, we will focus on breath alongside some basic yoga poses. Sit on the floor, legs crossed. Take 3 deep, slow breaths together, with one person saying the following during inhales and exhales. I see and welcome. I see and welcome. I see and welcome. Now we will move into child's pose. Kneel forward, big toes together, knees making a V, and stretch your arms forward. Let your forehead rest on the ground. Stay in this position for as long as feels comfortable. Child's pose is a position where we connect with God's creation and God's spirit within each of us, and we bow our bodies and our hearts. From child's pose, move into tabletop pose. Feel the steadiness of this pose and how your hands and knees firmly plant into the ground. The table is a place of regrounding. Feel your steadiness. There is room for everyone at God's table. From tabletop pose, stretch your hips up, your legs back, and your arms straight into downward facing dog. Hold this pose while breathing in and out a few times. We let ourselves be stretched and prepared to see what's to come. From downward facing dog, lower your hips into plank pose. Then lower further to the ground. Straighten your arms and stretch your upper body. Head towards the sky into upward facing dog. We face the sun and welcome what this day holds for us. From upward facing dog, lower your upper body back to the ground, then push your hips and legs up into downward facing dog once more. From downward facing dog, jump both feet forward or step one foot then the other to meet your hands. Slowly roll your back up until you are standing straight and tall in mountain pose. You can also remain dangling for a little bit if you would like. Reach your arms up to the sky, then draw them into prayer form right by your heart. End with a bow of your head and hands as you share the foundational yoga greeting, Namaste, a call to see one another the way God sees each of us. One interpretation of the phrase is, the light in me sees the light in you.
Namaste.
Namaste.